Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The action has already started. Well, this is one boy from Croxteth who, so far as club football goes, has achieved just about everything. English football has rested on his broad shoulders for nigh on 2 decades. It is, of course, the modern great that is Wayne Rooney.
Yeah, without question, one of England's all-time finest. His record speaks for itself.
And his face is that of a man who simply cannot accept defeat. During games, he is always laser-focused, and he fights tooth and nail for every win. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Cross flung in towards the middle. He's having a shot! That's a half-decent try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Threads one in, and here's Dembele. Tries to play it through. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Best. And here's Mbappe. Best. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Dembele. Shevchenko. That looks a good ball through. That's Ronaldinho. He's through, and the finish! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than... And the keeper's given it away. Robson. Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Great vision.
Parma are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Now it's Messi. Looking to play him in. Casillas claims comfortably.
Messi really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly. They've got to make this nice and quick.
That's Dembele. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That pass isn't the best. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Del Piero. Del Piero puts his foot on the gas. Well, now it's a race for the ball. He's a sharp little ball here. Gets his head on it! Oh, taken with style. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Beckham. Zanetti. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Del Piero. Del Piero. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Now it's Del Piero. Baresi Pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Palmer looking to pass their way through. Neatly clipped into space. Great ball. Rooney! Relentless! Just relentless! And they're at it again in double quick time. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Del Piero. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. And here's Mbappe. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Well, there's a probing ball. Chance here to counter. And here's Mbappe. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Mbappe has alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Looking for options for movement. Del Piero. Now it's Mbappe.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Zanetti kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he get on the end of this? Great ball if he can get there. Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. There's the whistle for half-time. Staggering, just staggering. Not in their wildest dreams would they have expected a half-time scoreline like this.
Signore e signori, preparate I biglietti. È ora di annunciare I vincitori dell'estrazione di oggi.
There's the start of the second half.
Parma really have played into their opponent's hands here, Peter, and they need to sharpen up. They'll get chances in this second half, I'm sure of that. They just have to make sure they don't waste them.
Shoots! And he's missed it.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Del Piero wins the duel this time. He's had it nicked away. Messi. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, that's superb. Ah, lovely feeding is such a good mover. That defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. No way through there. And here's Mbappe. Rooney. Now it's Del Piero. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Best. Foot in.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
And Shevchenko! Oh, it's come off the upright.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now that looks a decent ball. Tries to pass it through. Chance for a shot! Ronaldinho looking to add to his
L'affluenza di
goal.
quest'oggi è di
It's a sharp pass.
51.577
It's
spettatori.
Ronaldinho. Del Piero. Ronaldinho. Ferdinand demonstrating his defensive quality there.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Now it's Mbappe. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he was alert to it. Seedorf. And it's Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He's found a chance! He scores! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Palmer have a goal, but it's hard to see it as anything much more than a consolation. Robson spread it left. Aims beyond the defence. He's going to be disappointed with that. The ball has bounced loose now. Quality ball. Rooney.
Pretty robust defending.
And it's Beckham. And here's Mbappe. And he's lost his man here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That has not gone well. Best. Del Piero. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Now it's Dembele. That ball looks a good one. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but good effort from distance. And that has forced the very best out of the keeper.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Sostituzione per il Parma. Numero 18.
Corner number 2 then.
Numero 11.
Nakata goes short.
Il numero 99.
Swings it across.
Ronaldinho. Cambio di giocatori.
And it's Nakata. He's gone for goal! No, not quite.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
In with the challenge. Neto. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And here's Messi. Now it's Ronaldinho. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Doué. And he welcomes it in. He's shifting through the gears here. Baresi, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Doué.
Such good technique.
Nice control. And the shot! And he hits the net! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Il quarto uomo indica
It's an
2 minuti
inspired
di recupero.
substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
It's become a case of men against boys. Out towards the flank. Ah, that's a fine interception. And that is as far as it goes. Parma have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating, there was to be only one
Signore e
outcome.
signori, è il momento dell'estrazione di
What are your
oggi.
thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. These high, steep stands at Signal Iduna Park really do create an intimidating environment for every visiting side. The action has already started. Well, now the opposition are going to have to find something pretty special to stop Lionel Messi today, aren't they, Jim?
Yeah, the man is an absolutely born winner. You just feel that with him on the pitch, anything is possible.
And what's more, he brings out the best in his teammates.
Yeah, I think he just gives them that confidence that they can overcome whatever the opposition throws at them, and he leads by example, of course, and will probably come up with something.
Ferdinand gets rid without sophistication. Rijkaard. It's a good spell of possession, this. And Messi! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Messi does well to get it back. Rijkaard. Messi. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, that's a fine interception. And it's Rijkaard. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Best! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Best clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Robson nicked it back promptly. Aimed beyond the defence. Well timed, excellent interception. And he's surging through, looking to play him in. He's had a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. There's the shot! He's scored! What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So the first takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi is offering a right smile there.
Palmer with the corner, there first. Del Piero plays it short. Robson!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Palmer are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down. Del Piero looking to play it into the box. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Pele plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And this is Messi, and he's got the beating of his man. Chance, surely! They've done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Peter, they should just never have lost.
Can he finish? It's in! Back within one! They have them in their sights again! That was fabulous. The most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
Speed of thought, speed of action.
And he shoots! And he hits the net! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Messi. That's a little off target. Del Piero. It's a really well-measured ball. Now, can they get him away? That has been cut short. And that is as far as they're going to go. No, he's not getting his way this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's shifting through the gears here.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And it's Del Piero. Now it's Messi. And the ball's come loose here. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game. And that should get the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a lovely, neat pass. Can he finish? Oh, it's hit the post. Pinches it off him. Messi. Now Robson. Del Piero.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Best. Passing is crisp and tries a shot! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Parma really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
And Del Piero! Denied by Anik. And the first 45 minutes are up.
And now I'd just like to read out our fan club members who are celebrating their birthdays today.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Substitution for Parma, number 21.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Ibrahimovic coming on to a rapturous reception. It is the moment we've all waited for.
Well, I find it a little surprising he was on the bench to start with, Peter, but listen, I'm still excited to see him in action.
Messi, driving on and making good progress, and he's there to make the challenge. Oh, that is superb, a dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
That is superb defensive work, the one man who had to be on top of his game, and he was.
That is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Roberto Carlos. Oh, well played, well played. Oh, this looks sharp. Out to the right. Now it's Messi. He slid in and that has raised the temperature on the touchline.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Ferdinand is there and he can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. That's beautifully weighted. Corner it is. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Pele. Messi.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
The attendance for this match was 62,005.
Vieira. Almost an hour gone. Nicely aimed pass. And he's there to belt it away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Palmer still have the cards to affect this game. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. On the through ball. And it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Pele. Rijkaard, given the lift of his goal.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Nedved. Has a look and plays it forward. Knocks it into space. Triol. That's Nedved. Hops for safety. And it's Salah. Mohamed Salah carries the ball down the right. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
So what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Oh, a very decent attempt. Palmer have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. Good-looking ball.
Best really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Very nicely done. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Couldn't squeeze it through. Not the most accurate pass. Is there any support? He might not need it. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Ibrahimovic. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's a sharp pass. And that could set him on his way.
You can never be short of runners into space.
Oh, what a climb! And yes, it's there! Certain, searing, and imperious.
That's terrific aggression, the way he attacked the ball.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes. This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Ball is over the line. Tries to play it through. Now it's Messi. Can he get it through? That's a shade optimistic.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Xavi demonstrating his defensive quality there. Messi. Best, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Palmer on the spot for parity. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Should we have ever doubted him? Cool as you like.
Substitution for Farmer. Number 11. Coming on the field is number 10, Francesco Totti.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Played back in. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Magic. What a magical football match. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Manchester United.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Got things underway. And here's Messi. Played back in. Messi! Oh, that was wicked. A truly wicked effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Oh, good-looking ball. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Played with speed from back to front. Ferdinand promptly onto that, and that is that. Great vision. Gullit gets into a good position. Not the most accurate pass. Makaleli. And this is Gullit. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Cantona. Cantona, and he was alert to it. Del Piero. Roberto Carlos. Opts for safety. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That'll be a throw-in. Cuts out the supply. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Cantona, and he's surging through. Big chance! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Messi! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he is claiming it nonetheless. That has certainly made things interesting.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind.
Real chance! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Deception here. His positioning was spot on. Now it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Piqué is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Del Piero. Best. Now it's Messi. Maldini wins the duel this time. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Early ball out from the back. And this is Cruyff. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Well, they could break here. 30 minutes gone. Pull it, and the shot! Goal! Manchester United! And they get themselves in front! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? And it's Messi. Best. Now, who's going to be first to this? Well read, and the danger is averted. Schneider. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? Luis Suarez. Goes for a shot! He scores! And once more we are all square. You score, we score!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Suarez demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
This is quite a battle.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better.
Takes a shot. Wonderful from Del Piero. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Parma get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Ferdinand. Parma have scored 2 quick goals here and are ahead now by the odd goal in 5. Engages and forces him off the ball. Messi is wide and looking to get onto this. And this could be the final action of the first half. Del Piero goes short. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
We are into overtime. Now it's Hullet. He's picked his way through. Schneider. Ball swung in. And there's the end of the first half. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So we reached the halfway point.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Parma hold a skinny lead after a thrilling half. Bring on the second half. It's 3-2. And if we Just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. There will be a throw-in. Not the most convincing of passes. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
It's Luis Suarez!
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Cambio di giocatori.
Parma have their third corner. They've played it short. Cruyff makes the interception. And now a sudden chance to counter. Aims beyond the defence. Cruyff. Del Piero. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Hullet. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. And he's away. Good take, and is he in? Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Messi. Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
It's a sharp pass. And that has left him in a heap. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Sostituzione per il Parma. Numero 11. Viene sostituito con il numero 80. Ronaldinho. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Opts to play it back. Has a shot! Del Piero being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline. That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
Zanetti. Messi, the pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Maldini did just about enough to come out on top there. Luis Suarez! Luis Suarez, he something. He's got himself an absolute peach. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
I think we have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Palmer will 2 up and into a position of real strength.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
And the pass is intercepted. Ronaldinho. Tries a deft little ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And he's gone looking for safety. And here's Messi. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, well played, well played. Forlan. He will be. Now it's Darwin. Ferdinand cuts it out. He's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And he's picked it up out wide. Rijkaard gets it away. It's a good run down the left-hand side. He is just caressing the ball. And this is Roberto Carlos. Can he finish? In he goes again. The whistle has gone and it is all over. Parma have won it by sheer force of character, as winning teams do. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Benfica contra o Parma.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And that gets things running.
Modern football is full of power, pace and physical.
And Messi! And it's a goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And he's had a hit! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Best. It's a threatening ball. Pirlo wins the duel this time. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's got away. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. And it's Messi. Messi making good progress on the right-hand side. Best. Closing in on goal. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Now it's Luis Suarez! It's loose and there's a ring. Oh, what has happened here? That is lovely. Now there's a fine ball. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Decent chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Palmer with the corner, there first. Del Piero goes short. That's an excellent interception. And now they can spring out of defence. Probing pass. On time, excellent interception. Baresi. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. Benfica finding their passes.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a form. Shoots! Messi! Genius! About as smooth as it gets. And the comeback is complete. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Now it's Pele. He's picked his way through. No, he's not getting past him there. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. And this is Messi. And Messi! Messi! Oh, that is beautiful! He's got himself an absolute peach. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Now it's Luis Suarez, played back. Palmer looking to pass their way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. He's shifting through the gears here. Important interception. Robson, Pirlo pulls off an exemplary piece of defending, and that could set him on his way. He's beaten the last man. Pele. Pirlo.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
No luck with that dink over the top. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Palmer are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. And we are underway again. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Pirlo. More and more pressure on the ball here. Messi. Oh, this is a terrific run. Messi purring through the... And he shoots! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Palmer grab a 3-goal lead. It's just too easy. And it's Hullet. Oh, he's broke it! That's pretty clear. It is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and...
Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a... And again! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Messi could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
Well, I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time, too, to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
And he's managed to get free. Or a bust challenge. Messi. Now, what about a counter-attack? Benfica appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Pepe calmly anticipates. Chance here to counter. Messi. Baresi gets a foot in here. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Robson. Messi, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Pirlo. Pele. Baresi gets across to intercept that. Zanetti. Zanetti charging forward down that flank. Del Piero. Roberto Carlos. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Pele. Best. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Robson has been caught there, it's a foul. Pele is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning. It's hit the upright. It's their second corner of the game. Del Piero plays it short. Oh, nice touch. And it's Rijkaard. Oh, what a ball! He's having a shot! Oh, taken with style. Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Palmer are having a ball here. And here's Hullet. Robson is someone with real dynamite in his boots. Strong running down that left flank. Rijkaard.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, he's bustling through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Pirlo. Pele. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Robson. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Yeah. And that's put paid to a promising move. And he was quick to react. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Best. Five minutes left on the clock. Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish? It's there! And look at his joy! Is this not why we love the game?
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Parma are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Steaming on goalwards. It's run loose here. And Messi! Brought out the best in the keeper. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Luis Suarez reflecting on a stellar performance. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And already we're underway here. PK writing himself into team folklore. It's career game number 500 for him today, Jim.
Well, Peter, it's so good to see everyone show the appreciation that's fully deserved. Although I'm sure he himself won't be thinking about that. All he'll be thinking about will be making sure that he ends up on the winning side here.
Pedri. Eto'o. Real chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Seedorf. Now it's Messi. Messi! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now it's come to nothing. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now it's Cruyff. Seedorf. Now this is Eto'o. He's having a shot! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Porto! And Porto go in front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Palmer now already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Rijkaard. And it's Del Piero. Best.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's been slipped through. He's had it taken off him. Piqué defending his corner stubbornly. Stood up very well to his man. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Messi. He has found the way through. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Goes for the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
The less said about that pass, the better. Robson is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And he's gone backward here. Porto applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with every...
Can he finish? They've done it! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
A header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Cruyff actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Roberto Carlos. Played out wide. And the pass is intercepted. It's going to be another throw. And it's Pedri. Cruyff. Oh, well played, well played. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Porto clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Messi. Aims beyond the defence. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He can run onto that. Now this could be... Takes a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Great defending, strong and determined. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Tries to play it through.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Seedorf.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Best. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, important interception. And the referee brings the first half to a close. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Parma really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Here we go again then.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give it...
And Cruyff! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Parma have the chance to go the other way. Cannavaro gets over and intercepts. He's one-on-one! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. The message is clear, none shall pass. And he's picked it up out wide. Messi, good read, needed to be. Pedri can so cleverly bypass the press. Best! That is some save from Khan! Oh, another save.
Best really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
And it's been taken short. Oh, nice touch. Backward it goes. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. Cruyff. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, that's fabulous. He's dealt with that really well. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was chance for a shot! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And now he has 2. A case now of complete control. Out to the left it goes.
L'affluenza di
Cross
quest'oggi è
deflected
di
behind for a corner.
15.601
Corner number 2
spettatori.
then. They've played it short. There's the shot! And now they can spring out of defence. Costa Curta is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's a pretty loose pass. Can he get on the end of this? Roberto Carlos. And he's straight offside.
Sostituzione per il Parma. Numero 21.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be an indication that the team are setting themselves up for the counter-attack here, Peter, and he is very good at that type of thing.
Threads one in. Porto appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Del Piero. Looking to play him in. Piqué cuts out the pass. Parma are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Ferdinand did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Somewhat off. He's tried one! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
It's good running with the ball. Vision, and the counter is on. Oh, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Knocks it out wide. He's found the way through. Seedorf. And he was alert to it. And Seedorf! Keeper is right behind it.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
It's played through for him. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Parma clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Messi. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Cambio di giocatori.
Porto can make their change now with a break in play. Not the most convincing of passes. And here's Cruyff. Wriggles his way through. Oh, what a ball! Oh, that is a good ball to... And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
Del Piero.
Ci
Now
saranno
it's
3
Messi.
minuti di
Could move
recupero.
up a gear here. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Roberto Carlos. And this is Messi. Tries to pass it through. Cantona quietly revving up. And here's Messi. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Ball's gone astray. And that is as far as it goes. Parma have very little in the way of excuses here, simply having no answer to a display that was stunning, scintillating. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. It is a truly passionate scene here. Always has been ever since this ground first opened. This unique feeling is something that has rarely changed, even through major modernisations down the years. And already we're underway here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, can I bring Ousmane Dembele to your attention? He's been described as a phenomenon and one of the very best. That's high praise indeed, and we've seen some great flashes, but he still has a long way.
Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. Parma present their opponents with the best possible chance here. The major moment in the game. What a save from Peter Schmeichel! And it's Vieira.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
Oh, good ball! Zanetti. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Pull it. And here's the chance to counter. Oh, easy pickings there. And that is a little undercooked. Pull it. That is good strength. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. He is through here. He's in a great position here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nicely aimed pass. Best. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That's good play. Zanetti cross. Big header! Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. The delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
And this is Messi. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Yeah, well, we expected better, and so did he. Best! He's had a shot! So it is still 0-0. Bullet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Oh, well played, well played. Bullet tries to play it through. Good ball, good take. And the shot! Well, that's caused a worry or two.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Beckham is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. And it's Del Piero. Best ploughing through the middle. Decent chance! And they can counter here. Best. And it's Del Piero. Here's a chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Mateus. Very nicely done. This looks promising. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
Well, this looks promising in terms of... Del Piero! Wonderful from Del Piero!
Oh, what a superb finish to this first half from a great player. It's lifted the whole mood of the team and indeed the fans, and it should be enough to ensure they go into the break with a narrow but very welcome advantage.
Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And he's had it nicked away.
Ci
We
sarà
are
un minuto
into
di recupero.
overtime. Looking tidy in possession here. And Del Piero! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this could be the final action of the first half. And it's Zanetti. Elects to cross. Good read, needed to be. And the referee brings the first half to a close. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Parma are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Parma definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Dembele. Gullit. And he's in on goal. Is there any support? He might not need it. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Rijkaard. And here's Del Piero. Del Piero! Alessandro Del Piero! Another ice-cool goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And there's the goal they've been looking for. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Parma are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, good take in a good area. Mateus.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Just the keeper to... and he shoots! It's in! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Borussia Dortmund are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Chance, surely! He's scored! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. This has become one superb game of football.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
And here's Dembele. And that is expertly dealt with. Rijkaard. Beckham. Borussia Dortmund are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, and certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And that's gone behind for a goal kick.
Sostituzione per il Parma. Numero 23.
So, time for
Beckham.
changes on
Numero
both sides,
11.
actually. Two fresh faces and both in the front line.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
He's had it nicked away.
Borussia Dortmund really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And it's Del Piero. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Del Piero cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. That's a foul, no two ways about it. Bullet has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, the referee had given him a chance, and now he has to show him yellow. He has to.
Rodrigo. Kubo. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
That has ended up in no man's land. Fabinho. Rijkaard. And it's Gullit. Rodrigo. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now.
3 minuti di recupero.
Oh, that looks a decent ball. Shoots! Oh, he's been caught on it this time, surely! And the ball's come loose here. Now, this could be a chance. Goes for a shot! The last act of a game, which they chased to the very end. It finishes all square, but boy, they were close to snatching it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other, but it wasn't to be, and they're all square. Your reflections then, Jim?